This is Business Week Armenia, CivilNet's weekly economic digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia this week. The World Bank has approved a new strategy with around $1.2 to $1.7 billion over the next 5 years to support sustainable economic development in Armenia. In a statement last week, the World Bank Group confirmed its board of executive directors had endorsed a new country partnership framework for Armenia for fiscal years 2025 to 2029. The framework aims to create better job opportunities, improve human capital outcomes, and enhance resilience to economic shocks, fragility and conflicts, natural hazards, and climate change, according to the press release. It listed Armenia's infrastructure gaps, low levels of domestic and foreign investment, and high levels of unemployment as key challenges to growth. As part of the framework, the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, the World Bank's lending arm, expects to lend Armenia around $700 million to $1 billion over the next 5 years. Separately, the International Finance Corporation, the World Bank's private sector arm, is planning investment volumes ranging from $500 to $700 million. It marks a major increase in the World Bank's financing for Armenia. The previous country partnership framework, which covered fiscal years 2019 to 2023, envisioned just $300 to $400 million in lending. Since Armenia's independence from the Soviet Union, the World Bank has provided Armenia with around $3 billion in investment lending, grants, analytical work, and technical assistance. Armenia's Foreign Intelligence Service has identified international sanctions on major trading partners Russia and Iran, as well as Armenia's energy and transit dependence on other countries as key economic challenges. In its first annual report published last week, the Foreign Intelligence Service found that Armenia faces substantial challenges due to the existing sanctions against Russia and Iran, adding that the utilization of our economic potential is limited by risks of secondary sanctions. Despite their status as two of the world's most sanctioned countries, Russia and Iran continue to be key economic partners for Armenia. In the first 11 months of last year, the latest period for which figures are available, trade with Russia topped $11.6 billion, while trade with Iran approached $662 million. Russia alone accounted for more than 40% of Armenia's overall $28.2 billion trade for that period. Continuing, the Foreign Intelligence Service warned that Armenia's unbalanced energy dependence and logistical dependence on external actors creates additional risks for sustainable economic development and increases the effectiveness of external political pressure used against Armenia. A landlocked and resource-scarce country, Armenia relies on Russia for the vast majority of its energy imports and has granted Russia monopolies on its natural gas and nuclear sectors. A long-standing arrangement allows Yerevan to buy gas from Moscow at prices far below international market value. This marks the first time the Foreign Intelligence Service, which Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan spun off from the country's National Security Service in 2023, has issued an annual report. The Foreign Intelligence Service reports directly to the Prime Minister's office. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.